Not Worth the Time with Wade Taylor. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Not Worth the Time. We're here. We're doing it. It's been another fantastic 2 weeks, except this 2 weeks is unlike any other 2 weeks because you guys had Thanksgiving in between it. Woo-wee, did you enjoy yourself? I know I sure did. This is hands down one of my favorite holidays now. Since about 18 years old, that's when it flipped for me. I don't know what happened, but I was like, you know what, Thanksgiving's way better. There's something about just being a glutton for a day and just letting it all go out and then lie to yourself that you'll get all those pounds off. You're gonna shed them, dude. You're gonna really kickstart it right after this holiday, and you're gonna blow through Christmas. You're not even going to sweat the rest of the holidays. You're going to just this one, and then you're going to fight it off, and then Christmas just fucking hits you with the left hook. Yeah, you thought Santa Claus was the only one eating cookies on this holiday season. Nuh-uh. The jolly fat man isn't the only one out there crushing milk and cookies. You are too, bud. I'm talking to me, by the way. Love me a Thanksgiving, dude. Love it. It's just football and eating. It's the perfect holiday. You can't go wrong with it. It was a great Thanksgiving. I think we had a great time. Everything went pretty smooth. There was no problems. We were worried about weather coming in. The Midwest decided to just get absolutely dumped on the day after Thanksgiving. You know, it's we want snow on Christmas Day. I can't complain about it, though. I've seen a lot of people complain about all those people who want snow on Christmas. Hope you're happy now. Yeah, we live in the Midwest, dude. This is what it is. It'll be melted by midway through December, and then there won't be any snow on Christmas. And then on New Year's Eve, it'll just be a blizzard. And you're going to want to wear your nice going out, bring in the New Year outfit, but you can't because it's too goddamn cold and blizzardy. You know, you're going to have to dress up in your nice suit and tie and ring in the New Year from your basement. Yeah, it's always the New Year's plans always, I feel like, get bombarded by weather if you live in the Midwest. There's not a really cool New Year's tradition. Unlike just trying to, put on the snow chain tires and go out there and try to get it to your friend's house so you guys can all drink in the basement and ring in the New Year. At least you were not those suckers in New York standing in Times Square to watch a ball drop. The old Midwest ball drop is just when you fucking drop a Miller High Life from the second story. But we got dumped on, though, man. It's the first snowstorm of the year is always the toughest. It's always the hardest, the first snowstorm of the year. And we don't have a snowblower at my house, so we got to do everything the old-fashioned way with hand shovels, And there's nothing wrong with that. I prefer it, honestly. I've never really liked a snowblower. It's because I've just never had one, probably, so I've never learned how to use one properly. They don't make sense to me. They don't feel like they ever clean up what you want it to. But then you see people who do have a snowblower and do it, and you're just like, God damn, I'm missing something. And you know what you're missing? You're missing a blade. You're missing a truck with a nice scoop on the front of it. So you get the top layer, and then you take your truck and scrape off all that other stuff. That's how you get a nice driveway. That's how you get a clean driveway. And I don't know how to do that. I just use my shovel and I get it as clean as possible. And there's nothing wrong with that, other than the fact I had to do it like 3 times. It snowed so much you have to shovel multiple times. And I remember my dad always telling me, like, I'm not going out and shoveling twice. I'll move all that stuff. And to me, it makes more sense to shovel, 3 times like I did. And I'm not moving the same amount of quantity. I'm spending a little more time doing it. Actually, I would argue I'm spending less time doing it because there's not as much effort into moving less snow multiple times. I don't know. There's got to be an equation here to help me. If I was good at math, I could mathematically prove that I've saved time by the volume of snow I've moved in those smaller windows. It probably it manages out to be the same amount of time. Who the fuck knows? I just don't want to push heavy, wet snow. I'd rather push it when it's light and fluffy and there isn't that much. Multiple, there you go. And then once you do the first outline, all the other stuff fills in, right? So then you still have your same outline. You know where the driveway is. That's the biggest part of getting it done, is you're trying to figure out where the outline of my driveway is. Because you're like, I look at this every day during the fall, spring, summer. I see this slab of concrete that is the gateway to my house every day, and I don't know where the boundary is if it's covered up. Am I really that unobservant? Am I really just don't know my house that well that I can't even figure out where it is? I can roughly figure it out, but you know what always happens? I stick a fucking snow shovel in the ground first. I always end up bringing up some dirt, and now, you know what? Now I got a lawn project in the spring. I got to figure out how I'm going to resod that part that I just stuck a fucking snow shovel into. Yeah, trying to find that boundary. I don't know what to do. And doing it multiple times does suck. It is the worst. And but luckily, living in a smaller town like I do, we have people who are just filled with kindness and disposable income and have trucks with snowplows on the front of them. I was just out front doing the last cleanup the morning after snow's finally stopped. There's just the blowing. It's creating the drifts. I'm trying to just get this one spot because the way my driveway sits, I pull in the driveway and then I go off to the side is where would be a little carport for my car. And so you have to have the angle of the driveway. And otherwise you're just going to be ramping over it with your car. So I was trying to dig it out, and then I was going to get back to scooping my driveway, right? And this gentleman, I don't know his name. I've seen him around town a couple times, and he did this for me last year. He just, out of the kindness of his heart, is going around helping out neighbors. Because he saw me, he just pulled right in. No questions asked, it just went up right to where the pile was behind my car, pulled it all the way fucking back, scraped both sides, and made a big lane. And I tried to flag him down just to say thank you, and he didn't even bother to roll down the window. He just looked at me, gave me a fucking salute. I said, thank you, I appreciate it a lot. And he's like, you bet, and he just drove off. That man is a goddamn hero, okay? He inspired me. I want to buy a truck just so I can go do random acts of kindness like that. My dog is currently attacking my desk. I apologize. But I want to go out and get a truck just to do random acts of kindness like that. To be able to go out and just slap a fucking snowplow on your truck and just go, I'm going to go out and make people's fucking day. That is just, the power. Oh, the feeling. It's got to be so great. He didn't even think about trying to ask me for anything, dude. But I'm going to he's going to get stuff out of it. I'm going to try to get him a fucking Casey's gift card. He's getting a $50 Casey's gift card because I know that man wants coffee, okay? That's a man. And you know what? He probably doesn't want Casey's coffee either. He wants his Folgers, okay? He might even be a Maxwell House guy. He makes his own coffee at home. That's a salt of the earth kind of guy. He's not going to Starbucks or I don't know what to get him. How do you get the man who has everything? He just wants the admiration for cleaning off people's driveways. And I want it too. I'm selfish, dude. I want it. I'll be honest, that made me feel better because I was a little bit of a funk. You have that first snow funk. The one where you kind of get a little depressed. It's cold, now you're kind of getting a little depressed. You're starting to think bad about yourself. That's what I was doing. I was out there man, I think I've been I don't think I've been a very good person lately. I think I've been really selfish and I'm not helping out my fellow man. I'm being kind of a bad person. I feel like I just don't have good karma. And then karma went, no, dude, you've been doing okay, and had this angel come by and just plow my driveway for me. What a fucking legend. Yeah, I'm just glad that karma looked down on me, dude, and decided, hey, you need some help here, dude, and we're going to give it to you. And it makes me inspired and want to help out more, It makes me feel like I have been doing good. I got a little bit rewarded. It's not that this guy definitely just out of the kindness of his heart is just doing the nicest things. No, it's about me and how I've done good, nice things for people, and now I'm getting rewarded for it now. Oh, man, I wish could think that selfishly. It's just funny to be that selfish. There probably are people out there who think that way, but I just honestly, it makes me want to just get a truck, like I said, and be able to go around and do that. I want that same recognition, be able to go out and help people, and then I worry about it. I know I talked about this one time with a buddy about how it pisses me off that like cities do such a bad job at snow removal. Because the first thing to do is they want to get the interstates and the highways clear, which makes sense. That's where the most traffic is where people are going. But like they just do a shitty job of then getting the streets clear for like neighborhoods and stuff. And you gotta help those people get out. They're the ones who are going to be using the streets and the highways. What are you fucking talking about? What are we going to do here? Like, they have to be able to move. And he was like, I was like, why can't you just let people who live in the town just go around and plow the streets? And they were like, it's legal reasons, people hitting mailboxes and shit like that. I'm like, yeah, I think we would all just be okay with it if we just kind of all just like, yeah, well, it's fine. You just, if a snow plow from the DOT hits my car, I'm going to have to file an insurance claim the same way I'm going to have to if some rando hits it. Like, it's the same thing. That doesn't make any sense to me. Just let's be efficient and help out everybody. You know, I like that idea. But, like, you know, I guess it's too much. It's too smart. It makes too much sense, and there's not any money to be made in it, so we're not going to do it. But, yeah, shout out to him. Shout out to everybody who uses their snow plows and helps out their common man. You know, I do my part. I shovel my neighbor's driveway. He's an older gentleman. You know, just it's a lot of hard work. So I go over there, shovel his sidewalk and the entry to his driveway and all that jazz for him and get it going so he can get in and out and do his thing. It's great. So everybody around here does their part and try to help out. You know, it's important. It's important to do that. And now I don't have any good transition into what I found for this week, but I found a great thing here. I don't know how you guys feel about sleeping. I love it. I love sleeping. I know several people in my life, though, who have and deal with insomnia, and it's a wild thing to me, the fact that you just can't go to sleep. And now, I guess I've gone through stints in my life and periods in my life where you definitely don't sleep that well and you kind of feel like you're going through insomnia, and it's not a fun thing. But apparently now scientists are starting to rethink it, and this is from Scientific Focus. It's an article called "Scientists Are Rethinking the Cause of Insomnia. A Gut Reaction Might Be Causing Your Sleepless Nights." Isn't that crazy? Your tummy is what's causing you upset. Maybe you're having too many Cocoa Pebbles before bed. You having a little sweet treat, eating too much sugary cereal before bed? That's probably why you're not sleeping. I only say that because I recently just got cereal again. God damn it, I love cereal. It's so good. Oh, it's crack. That's why RFK really is trying to get it out off the shelves. It's a war on drugs. RFK's just doing it with food now and that addiction. Your gut microbes could be causing your insomnia, according to a new study from scientists in China. The study says the reverse is also true. Your sleep habits could be impacted by your gut health. Previous research had already suggested that sleep habits and gut health could be interlinked, but the recent analysis published in the journal General Psychiatry indicates the link that might be casual, meaning your sleep might directly influence your gut and vice versa. Oh yeah, I would imagine so. Like, it's every part of your body, if you're not sleeping, gets thrown into fucking whack. So I guarantee you're not digesting as much. I bet you if you're not sleeping well, you're way more likely to become constipated. If you are sleeping like shit, you will not take a shit. That's not what this article is about. I have no scientific data to back that up, but just knowing what I've read over the years on this podcast about sleep and health and whatever else, there's no way that if you don't sleep well that you also don't get backed up with poop. If you're eating nothing but raw meat and sleeping like shit, you will not be able to drop a log. First author, Dr. Shi Shengu, from the artificial brain hospital of Naiji Medical University in China told BBC Science Focus that his research had the potential to reshape an understanding of insomnia, inspire interest in microbiome-based research and interventions. In the future, it's possible that insomnia could be treated via the gut with probiotics such as sauerkraut, prebiotic sources of fiber, or fecal transplants. The researchers wrote, oh man, so you can start, if you're going to start off, we're going to have you drink poppy probiotic soda. If this probiotic soda doesn't set your gut right and you're still not sleeping, then we're going to plant some good shit inside your gut. Dude, that is the wildest thing. I've heard about a fecal transplant before, and how putting healthy turds in you apparently is a thing that some rich people are doing to try to reset their gut health. Apparently eating caviar every day and fucking over the poor is causing some sleep issues. I don't understand, Doc. I just, I'm increasing shareholder value. I'm fucking over the common man and making them poor. I don't get it. I'm not sleeping well. Yeah, I'm doing all the right things. It just feels like there's something weighing heavily on my conscience. You know what I think I need, Doc? I think I need to have poop transplant. Fecal transplant, please, and then maybe I'll start sleeping better. If that doesn't work, maybe then I'll give them a 15-minute smoke break. Scientists use statistical techniques called Mendelian randomization analysis, which uses the genetic information to understand the cause and effects to investigate the link between insomnia and the gut. They found certain genes they knew to be linked to insomnia and calculate whether people with those genes were also more likely to have a certain certain gut microbe. Oh, so basically they can tell genetically, it sounds like, that if you have a certain type of microbiome in your gut, you're more likely to have insomnia because you have it. Okay, that makes sense. So they're comparing it. They then did the same in reverse, examining whether people with a certain gut microbiome were more or less likely to have insomnia. This involved data from 387,000 people with insomnia. Damn, China, you got some people who can't sleep. I guess when you have over 1 billion people, supposedly. I love how that's how a new conspiracy theory floating out there, that China doesn't have 1 billion people. There's just people out there. Like, meanwhile, if you've ever seen any pictures of tourists in China, it is an ungodly amount of people in all of those photos. I guess it's all propaganda. But that's a lot of people not sleeping in China. That's crazy. And the gut microbiome data from 26,500 people, all of the data looked was from Europeans. Oh shit! So China, you're sleeping good. Apparently the Europeans are just dumping off their data to you guys and be like, fucking, I don't know, look it over if you want. You guys are pretty good at like analyzing stuff. I don't know, like we don't have the time over here. We're too busy eating beans on toast and trying to figure out how not to get Greece to collapse into its own economic turmoil. You guys handle the insomnia problem, China. The team analyzed suggests that 41 types of gut bacteria were likely the cause of insomnia, at least in part. Overall, the study uncovered a vicious cycle of variety of gut bacteria that might cause insomnia, but poor sleep might also contribute to different microbiomes. Okay, so right now they don't know what's causing. They're trying to figure out the chicken or the egg situation. Is it the bad sleep or is it the micro gut biome? You know, I would say it's probably, I don't know. I don't fucking know. I'm not a scientist. I don't fucking know. How the fuck would I know this? Also, look at this guy. He is definitely tired. You imagine that? This is your internal clock. Just fucking screwing you over because you got the wrong kind of gut bacteria. If only you could get a fecal transplant, you would be able to be you again. You would feel fine. You would be you, and you would just be able to frolic and be free. If only you could just get some Buddhist to give you his fecal matter for a transplant because they've been eating nothing but rice and not killing bugs, so their gut is healthy. They have zero bad karma energy, even in their turds. That's why Buddhists probably have the best turds. They're the ones who need to be pooping and selling it to medical facilities to be studied. They probably have that same like a thing that Jehovah's Witnesses have though, like where you're not allowed to like give fecal matter or like Jehovah's Witnesses, if I remember right, I'll look it up here. I'm pretty sure they say you're not allowed to have like blood transferred. I'll look it up. What religion doesn't allow blood? Oh, there it was. Blood transfusions. Jehovah's Witnesses. I remember that. And I only remember that because of TV. Thanks to Dr. House in one episode where he called somebody an idiot for their religious beliefs. Because, you know, that's how you write good TV. And he had to find a way to be able to cure this woman even though he couldn't give her a blood transfusion. Because he's Dr. House and he's the Sherlock Holmes of medicine. So I bet you Buddhists I wonder if Buddhists have that kind of thing. They probably do. I don't want to look it up because I'd rather live in the mystery because sometimes it gets boring knowing everything, right? But you know what doesn't get boring, guys? punninggame.com. That's right, punninggame.com is where you can find this show, Not Worth the Time, every other Monday. You can find this show. And then you can find my other show, Who Gives a F, with my older brother Nathan, that comes out every Wednesday. If you miss me on those off weeks where I'm not yapping by myself, you want to hear me actually have a conversation with somebody, check out Who Gives a F. That comes out every Wednesday, so check that out. In there at punninggame.com, if you want to support the website, support the shows you love, go to the Punning Game shop there where you can find t-shirts, hoodies, mugs, stickers, all sorts of cool stuff to represent your favorite shows here at punninggame.com. And don't forget to use promo code NWTPOD, that's NWTPOD, and they get you free shipping at checkout, guys. Also, if you want to watch me struggle to read stuff or hear me yammer about dumb shit, go to youtube.com and you can search Comic Wade Taylor where you can find the video versions of both shows. You can find clips of the show. You can find my stand-up, my sketch comedy stuff that I'm putting out. I put out tons of stuff out there. Thank you to all the people who have now recently subscribed. I can't tell you how much it means to me that you guys have been checking out this stuff and liking and subscribing. It means a lot to me. I just am glad people are watching, and it makes me happy. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. Guys, this has been Not Worth the Time. I'm Wade Taylor. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week. And remember, don't do anything I wouldn't do.